and today I'm going to be doing my Christmas book haul. I didn't actually get any physical books for Christmas. I got a lot of Barnes & Noble gift cards and Amazon gift cards, and so I'm just going to share with you what I got out of those gift cards. I do have a few that are not here yet that I pre-ordered that I will include in my January book hauls, but for now, let's just get started with what I do have. So the first thing I got was the Selection Series book set. I have the Crowned. Yeah, the Crowned. And I had all of these before, but I loaned all of them out, and I think I actually had the Elite as an ebook that I read, and so I just wanted to have all of them. I loaned some of them out and don't have them anymore, so I wanted to have the complete set. So I went ahead and I bought the box set, which really wasn't that expensive. They are paperback, so it was like 20 bucks I think for this whole thing, or maybe $24, so that was exciting for me, and I'm glad that I have it now. The next two books I got are classic books, and I have one other classic book on the way that I'll share with you next month, but I'm kind of collecting the classic books, and I'm hoping to read at least one a month from here on out. That's one of my goals for 2017, which I will talk about in my 2017 goals video that I will do here in a couple days. And so the first one that I got was the Brothers Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, and I really like this edition of it. It's a leather bound edition, and it has gold pages, and I've already read a couple stories out of it. Me and Mila read Rapunzel and Cinderella, which Cinderella is totally different than what from what the Disney version is, so that was really cool to read that version, and if you haven't, I suggest reading it because it's way different. And then the next classic book that I got was Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, and I just love this. It's like a cloth edition. The next two I'm going to talk about are books that I have read and really loved that I highly recommend to anybody, and that is The Timekeeper by Mitch Albom. And this is an adult fiction book, I believe, but it just has such a great message in it. So the story is about the inventor of the first clock, and he is being punished for trying to measure God's greatest gift, and then he is banished to a cave for eternity to hear all the voices of everybody seeking more time. He is finally granted a mission for his freedom, and in order to get his freedom, he has to help teach a lesson to a teenage girl and a billionaire. And I just loved the lesson in this book a lot, and it was just a really good story, and it's really short. It's only about 200 pages, so I highly recommend this one. And then the next one is My Name is Memory, and if you've watched my channel before, you've probably heard me mention this one. It is by Anne Brashares, who is the author of The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. And it is about a guy and a girl who have been in love in multiple different lifetimes, and she always forgets in every life, and he always remembers, and he has to try to help her remember, and it is just a really great love story. The only thing that really did suck about this was that there isn't a second one, and there's a really big cliffhanger at the end. So if that kind of thing is going to make you mad, which did kind of make me mad, then I wouldn't suggest reading this. But overall, I really did love this book, and I hope that someday she will come out with a second book, because that would make me so happy. So the next few books that I'm going to talk about are historical fiction books, which you will kind of see that I am kind of into that phase right now. I don't know why. I just read a bunch of descriptions on books, and they sounded really good. So the first one is My Lady Jane, which I've heard really great things about, but haven't picked up yet, so I finally went ahead and picked this up. I heard that it is kind of a comical fiction book, so I'm excited about that, and it is about Lady Jane inheriting the throne of England, so I thought it was sounded interesting and fun. The next book that I got was Nevernight by Jay Kristoff, and what was really cool about this that I wasn't expecting is I got it and it said signed for sedition, and so I was like, what? And it is signed by Jay Kristoff, and I actually don't really know a lot of what this is about, except for that it is by Jay Kristoff, who I'm obsessed with right now, Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, because I read Illuminate and Gemini this past month and they were amazing, and so I just had to get my hands on more of their books. The next book is The Timekeeper by Tara Sims, and I got this as an ebook from NetGalley, but I've come to realize that I'm just not an ebook reader. So I read the first couple chapters and it really sounded fun, so I went ahead and picked it up as a physical copy. And this one is about a boy who fixes clocks, but he also can fix time itself, and his father was kidnapped and he is trying to, well, not kidnapped, but I guess he's stuck in another time, so he's trying to find his father and save him. And I just thought that this book sounded so neat, and this cover of this book is just really so cool. I love it. I love it. Next I got The Girl from Anywhere by Heidi Helling, and this one really drew my attention, the cover did, and it is about a girl whose father can travel to any time and any place as long as he has a map there, and I guess that he is trying to find a specific one, which is the year that his daughter was born when her mother died in childbirth. And he's trying to go to that time to save his wife, but if he saves his wife, it could mean that the girl in this book's existence doesn't exist anymore. So I thought that sounded really interesting, and I think it's going to be like a tale on testing a father's love for his daughter, and so I thought it sounded really good. Next I got The Paper Magician by Charlie Holmberg, and I've heard that this was really good, and it is about a magician who, they have like different kinds of magicians, and she wants to be a different kind of magician, but she ends up being assigned to paper magic, and she doesn't want to be, but then she ends up really liking it, I guess. So I've heard really good things about this book. There are more of these, I guess. I think it's a series, and it's really short. It's only like 250 pages, 220 pages, so it's really little. So I thought I'd give this a try and see if I liked it. I've heard it's good. So the next one I picked up, but I don't know a whole lot about it. I've just heard really good things about it, and it's all over BookTube, and that is The Crown's Game, and that cover is just so pretty, so I figured, why not? I'll just get it. And the back says, there are things more dangerous than a little magic. The Crown's Game is a captivating tale that definitely transports readers to a mysterious and fascinating fantasy world teeming with hidden magic and fiery romance. So that sounds right up my alley. In the last book I picked up is Delirium, which is a really popular older book, so I'm sure that a lot of you have heard of it. It is a dystopian novel about how love is basically treated as a sickness, and once you turn a certain age, you are cured of the sickness so that you can live out your life without having to suffer from the disease of love. So I haven't read a lot of dystopians in the past couple months because I kind of read a bunch of them and then got tired of them, but I thought that I would give this a go because I've heard really good things about it. I've heard though that the second and third books weren't as good, but I'm still gonna give this one a try, and if I like this one, probably read the second and third one as well. So that is it for my Christmas book haul. I hope you enjoyed this video. I did decide that I would go ahead and do this book haul before I did my bookshelf rearranging. I didn't want to have to get all these books down after I perfectly arranged my bookshelf. So thanks for watching, and I would love to know what books you got for Christmas. So comment down below and let me know what you got for Christmas, and I will see everybody next time. Thanks everyone. Bye.